Okay, hi. This is Mike speaking. I'm sitting in the sun in my eyes. I'm not in my balcony today. I'm in the desert area, half desert, and you see a bit of green. I come here from time to time to this area to clean my head, clean my complex. It's a beautiful place, very quiet. And this subject that you see, the topic, it just came like a wave. I didn't plan to do it. It just sneaked yesterday, and today it was just undeniable. I wanted to speak about something else, but this was coming and shouting, "Do it!" So I'm doing it. Now it's so dense, this subject. I need to put the code that's coming up in 15 to 17 minutes to the most. I don't want to take it more. I said I'm not going to take it more, so you need to be concentrated here. If you need to record it again, I don't know what's going to come first, but this is how it works. Please, especially here, if you have any questions about what you hear, write them down. I will answer. I promise you, I will answer questions, because I cannot be opened more than codes here in this occasion. So we speak about money here, and the first thing that comes to mind is what is it? What we know is that money makes the world go around. In cabaret, you know the scene, the song, and it's true. It does. And now, the second thing that comes to mind is this dollar note. Dollar note, if you notice, there is a pyramid with an eye, and there is written on this side of the note, in God we trust. What a, what a ridiculous combination. Now let's speak about money and see a few facts here. See, money in the world is money. It's simply a method, a tool. Now, to what this tool is used for? Because if you take a medicine, or you take let's say a venom, a snake venom, in very small portions, it can heal very fast. In too much portion, it can kill you. So what can heal can kill. And a tool can be used to both sides, to the growth or to death, like everything else. So water, if you drink it too much, you can drown inside yourself. If you don't drink it, you die of thirst, from thirst. So we understand that. Now let's speak about money. All the money in the world, 95 to the most, it can be more than that. I don't have the exact numbers. Is actually in the hands of 1% of the population. All the 95, the billions of people, are fighting for the rest of the 5. That's a fact. And we're talking plus minus. I'm not really making numbers exact here, but this is the proportion. Now, this 5% of the money, 99 of it, 98 to 99, is concentrated in the hands of only 10 families in the world. Now, what does it mean? It means that money today, you can buy facility. I mean, money is a material method. It's a material energy that will buy you things. There are things that it will not buy you. It cannot buy you love. It cannot buy you trust. It cannot buy you anything. It can buy you matter, facility, groundings. Now, what does it mean that most of the money is concentrated in the hands of so few? It says that these few control the others, because they can control by money everything else. And they control everything, including banks, including governments, including health, including news, and all methods of electronic communication. They actually control everything in the physical matter. Now, because they control everything, they can buy almost everything. They can also buy people, because people, have principles. When you pay them money, they might sell their principles. I mean, for what? For a million? For 5? For 10? For 100 million? Will you do things that you don't believe in? There will be people that will break. Anyway, this is one fact. Now, let's speak about money from the term of usage. You see, money is being used instead of many things. I mean, there's a sentence, you put much money on the table, God run out of the window, of being thrown out of the window, which is true. We know it. We've seen it happening so much time. So why do they put in God we trust on this fucking dollar note? What God is to do with it? Because one must ask, and I ask many people this question, do you need money? He says, of course I need money. I says, what money do? He says, he buys me this and this and this. I pay the rent, I buy my food, I pay for education and all the rest of it. But I say, so you need education, you need food, you need home. Why do you need money? What money to do with this? It's because with money you can buy it. It says, yes, but you need facility, not money. And there are all kind of ways to get facilities. I give you one of them. Love. Because if you love someone, I mean, suppose your daughter, whomever you are, is ill, and you are is very sick, yeah, and she needs a lot of money to get the medicine. Wouldn't you pay it? Of course you will. You would give everything. So heart is a very strong thing that can get facility, because I know many people that did things that, not many, but a few stories that I know, that people did things, this is unbelievable. They went out of themselves, they did things that they never do, and they got what they needed if it was an emergency for a loved one. So, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about when we are speaking about God, where it's to do with money? Because God does not know about money. God knows about money when you are connected to God and you're using money to godly matters. If God can understand the energy, can feel the energy, he can actually recognize, or the godly thing, or the creational thing can actually feel by vibration, because remember, everything is vibration and energy. Your intention, your heart, and you need money, then God will go the way. He will not, the thing itself that God is, will not recognize the money. You will translate it to money when it comes to God. But how can God be connected when you are greedy, when you are possessive, when you are in control, when you use the money to control others, when you use the money to make other people poor? Because let's say you buy a house. Most of people that buy a house need to take a mortgage. Now they give the bank that gives them the loan, they give them the house. And until they pay the full loan, the house is the bank's. And if they can't pay, so you are left with money that you paid for nothing, and the bank takes it all. So is this God? Is this to do with the God on the dollar? No, it's not. It's a mechanism that makes the poor poorest and the rich richest. So people will say money is dirty. No, money is not dirty because of money is dirty. Money is dirty because dirty things are using it. We can use money for very good reasons. We can use money for God. I know a priest that needed $1 million to buy for education for very talented black youth, youngers, that he wanted to help them, to take them, to make their future, to make them successful. But he didn't have the $1 million. But because he wanted it so much, he managed in a miraculous way to find someone that will feel his heart and will give him the money. And we know so many stories like that. Yeah, when the heart is opens, the pocket is opens. But this is the heart. We all come back to the heart, because without the heart we become mechanics. I mean, I know a story, and let's talk about trust now. This trust is a subject on its own account, This trust is a terrible thing in the world, because the one thing you have for anyone is distrust. I mean, if we are human connected and we are human trusting ourselves, then we will trust things, and we will recognize immediately what is not trustable. But then if we don't trust ourselves, how can we trust or recognize what is trustable or not? So trust is a subject, but if you deal with a person that you don't trust, and money comes to the point, you feel fear. You will not feel safe. You will be covered by lawyers and papers. So is money serving life here? You know that if someone wants to cheat you, it will not be any matter if you sign a contract on him. If you want to break the contract, he will. One need to recognize a person that want to break a contract, have a feeling about it, not to make business with him. It's possible. Every person can feel it by instinct, by its complex, if he is aligned. Now, thieving and criminal things about money comes only because no one gives the regular human chance to grow himself. He comes to a desperation point. He just do it. So how can we deal? Because people say, okay, I don't want to deal with money. There are people that uses button instead of money. Well, it's good percentage of going on, but it's not solving the problem. Because money on its own account is a tool. You can use it to any direction. You can also use the lack of money as a power tool to go through the lack of money. There are poor people with a lot of money, and there are rich people with a little bit of money. It's not to do with money, being rich. It's to do with something else. So people say, I don't want to deal with money, it's dirty. It's wrong. Money is good. Money is good if you use it in the right direction, if you use it for the right purposes, if you connect money to everything else, if you don't mind to lose money for your heart, if you don't mind to get hit, to get punches, to be cheated, and to learn the lesson of detection, of trusting yourself to know who is trustable, who is not trustable, of being thorough enough to go and check if there are deals with money. You need to see that everything goes right. Not because you don't trust, because you want to know there are no mistakes coming up, or to have more cognizance about it. No one wants to actually, it's very rarely to be able to not to have money in this world. There are very few people that can do it. Most of them are tribers. They don't need money. They get everything they have from nature, from the group. The group responsibility to each one. They are together. They are in unity. Unity between people, making dependency upon money less, and therefore make more money to come. And then you have enough money to do whatever your heart wants. Your heart wants how much, what a person needs, really. I mean, Not so much in the end of the day. One bed to go to sleep, a little bit of food, and great love. So actually the main code here is God wants to become a matter. The human have a godly mission, a godly purpose. To make this God thing become materialized by them. They can't be gods, humans. But to put few people with all the money in their hands is to put them as God. This is why the God is on the note. It's a false note. It's not in God we trust. It's a deception. It cannot be that people will rule the world. Few people. Only higher criteria can rule the world. And this is not ruling. This is a cathedral of living, of connecting, of accepting. Where the one that you love can get what it needs. There are no loans. You give the money and you forget about it. You don't write that you owe me. No one owes anyone. You give because you want. When you give, you open the channel. When you open the channel, you can receive. The universe is very, very much rich. It can give you everything you need. Everything. To be rich, actually. But if you are staying with the right thing for the right purpose, you will be rich. But money will serve something else. You will not be petty. You will not be greedy. You will not be fearful. You can lose everything and have it again. There's great stories. Go to the autobiography by Donald Trump. You can see that. The man was a rich man with debt of $2 billion. But because he was rich, he convinced 40 bank owners and managers to give him 2 years grace. And then he was earning $4 billion. Not because he had the money, but because he was rich in himself. Yeah, but this world will condemn people with good heart that will give that are generous. I mean, the sun is generous. No one condemned the sun. Why do we condemn people? We call them deceptors, those who are really giving. Of course, we don't know, but we can feel. But the most important that we are becoming not dependent in our emotion and in our mind about the numbers that are on the account. We need to be able to get facility because we are valuable. And valuable things never stay without facility. Not if one can appreciate the value of his own life. So money actually started as a method of going on. Then someone somewhere turned it to be a control system. If we don't want to be controlled by this system, we just need to open the heart and to use money for good purposes. To connect money with our hearts, to not let other things control us with using money. Hard work. So, it's a hard job. So, it's what we need to do to stay human. Because money can turn people to beasts. And I don't want to be a beast. No one of you won't. So we need to learn how to deal with it. There's a story, we'll end with a story about the King of England that gave up the kingdom because he loved someone. And this woman was not fit in the eyes of the king and queen. And it was not according to the rules. And he gave up, and he went after his heart. This man is deep in my heart because he chose the right kind of choice. He went after his heart, not after anything else, not after great outer theatrical thing that is to do with wealth and material, because matter can kill you if you have too much of it and you don't have the energy to hold it. So go for the energy, guys. Money will come. Just connect it. You want facility, go for facility. You need the money to buy a car? Strengthen your reason why. Or be desperate enough, in a real desperation, that you need to move from place to place and you can't. Use the power of what you don't have. Because what you don't have will immediately turn into what you do have, from which everything can grow, because nothing can grow from nothing. As the song. You need something to bring more something. So create gold here. It will bring a lot of gold. Money is only a follower. I can tell you many stories, but not for now. So don't hate money. Use it well. And above all, heart everything. Everything. Put a heart on anything. On everything that you do. This will solve everything in the end. And even if the heart aches, you recover. You get wiser. There are no valuable people with no facility. In the end, they will have everything that they will need. And if they don't have, they will grow their energy situation. Most of the people that did the most amazing works energetically for the world got famous after they died. They still did it. So, don't worry. You want money, connect your heart to it, believe in it, have positive thoughts about it, and you have it. Then use it for the right purpose. Don't go to win a lottery. You'll never win. And if you win, 99 out of 100 lose their money, and more than that. You want to grow together with energy and matter. Money is only a method. If you love someone, like this old man, that came to this, that was lonely, and he came to this restaurant day after day, every morning to eat a breakfast, and there was this young waitress that always was kind to him, and gave him a family feeling, always served him, and like a daughter. When he died, a month after it, she got a telephone from the lawyer, and he said, this man left you an envelope. Can you please come and take it? She took it, and there was $20,000 inside it. And the letter says, thank you very much for what you've done to me all these years. So take this story. There are many of them. Go with your heart. Don't worry about money. Get it simply, with love.